All right, so today we're going to work with the energy and the vibration of healing. And as many of you know, or probably all of you, I've been channeling the angel Raphael since 1989. And Raphael's energy traditionally is thought of as the angel of healing. And when we talk about healing, we're talking about it on every level: physical, emotional, and mental. And of course, that affects our spiritual life and vice versa, right? Our energy body moves from the physical out through the emotional, the mental, and into the etheric. And then our energetic body energy moves from that energetic field into our mental body, our emotional body, and our physical body, and that's always moving back and forth, and we can't separate it. And in Western medicine, we have been taught to separate our physical ailments from our emotional, mental body, and even separate them from other parts of the body, that they're like singled out. And obviously, it's one holistic mechanism. And more people are finally getting that, waking up to that understanding. So Raphael will say that there isn't anything that goes on in our physical body, any type of ailment or whatever, that's not related to our emotional, mental, and etheric body. And that the last place that it drops into in terms of density to show up, to give us a message, to wake us up, to say, hello, pay attention, is the physical body. And that usually does get our attention because we can ignore things for so long and then we have to pay attention. So we're going to do an activation today. These Wednesday calls are supposed to be short, and yet somehow they end up getting longer and longer. So I'll try to keep it as short as I can. But as you know, Raphael can be a bit long-winded. And we're going to go to a special place energetically through journeying and meditation to where Raphael lives and dwells when Raphael is not communicating through me or other people on the planet or hovering in this realm, but is in Raphael's home space, in a sense, homeland. And this is a beautiful temple. And over the years, Raphael has shown it to me and shared it with me. And it kind of feels like a beautiful forest, where there's lots of moss and ferns and overgrowth of trees hanging over, and the emerald green light, the ray of Raphael, is permeating and moving through that space. And it's a place that, if you choose to intend to go there, excuse me, I have allergies, which I'm going to clear today. If you choose to intend to go there at nighttime and ask Raphael to be invited to this space, this temple of healing, you can go. And so this temple of healing is etheric, obviously. And one of the places that a part of the temple lives and dwells, as Raphael would say, although there's many temples all over the planet and in many different dimensions, because it's not linear in the way that we think of places. But one of the places that you can enter the temple is in Mount Shasta. And I'm sure many of you have been to Mount Shasta, are familiar with it. It's a very powerful portal, vortex energy, and on the planet. It's in Northern California, and there's a beautiful mountain there. And inside the mountain, the story or the fable tells of an etheric city that lives there, where beings of light who lived during Lemuria are present and living there, and they're holding flames of light to support the planet's healing. Now, Raphael talks about this differently, in that it says it's not tangible, in that if you enter drilling into the mountain, you're going to find this place, but that it's vibrationally, energetically present there. And it's in the etheric realm, in another dimension, but yet it's still able to have profound effects on our world here in the physical realm. And that right now, all this stuff's coming up to be healed in all of us on the physical, emotional, and mental level. And that we have the assistance of these places and these beings and masters. And, in the I Am Presence membership, every morning we get on together at 9 o'clock, and we really work with our I Am Presence to connect and bond the cosmic light energy of that beautiful, unconditional, loving energy with our physical, emotional, and mental body, as we move into our ascended mastery. And And that's a beautiful process. What we're going to be doing today is a little different than that, because we're going to actually go to Telos, which is the name of the etheric city near Mount Shasta. And we're going to be invited into the temple of Raphael's temple, that is of the green ray light. And we're going to go in there and receive a healing and an activation for our bodies. But if you are interested in working with your I am presence every day and really building the momentum for healing on every level, and you want to join our community, then join our membership in any level, but especially the I am membership, because that gives you access to asking me personal questions that you may have, or things that show up for you every day, and access to working on this at a very deep level. All right, so let's get started. In order to do this process, all you have to do is be open-hearted to surrender and to utilize your imagination and your visualization skills, and know that when Raphael's energy comes in, just being in the presence of that vibration alone is very powerful and very healing. But if you can really attune to your breath during the process, and settle your energy down and really be here in the now and not distracted with things, and be in your body and attune, what we're going to do is we're going to travel to Mount Shasta through the meditation process, and we're going to enter into the mountain, drop in, and then we're going to be escorted by the beings of light to Raphael's healing temple, where we're going to enter it and receive a bombardment of highly charged healing energy to bond with our cells, our tissues, and our organs for healing. So that's going to be the process, and you just have to follow along and know that you will receive the healing just by being willing to do it and to intend that it is so, trust, surrender, and expect nothing less than healing. Really dropping into trusting in the innate intelligence in your own body that knows how to heal it, that is powerful, and that has it's a living organism, and it has its own process, and to trust in its process and not to feel that we have to fix it all the time, but allow it to do what it needs to do. Okay, so with that, I am alone today. So sometimes when I channel and I make that toning sound, what happens is it affects the volume. So as I tone to bring in Raphael, I'm gonna just turn off the microphone, so you won't hear me for a minute or two, and then I'm gonna kind of open my eyes enough to turn it back on, and then Raphael will be here, okay? All right, here we go. We are delighted to be here with you from the angelic realm, and I am excited to invite you into my home of the Healing Temple, where you may receive the light of my green ray to support you in the healing on all levels. There is an enormous amount of light that is bombarding your planet right now, and many of you are feeling it on a very deep and profound level as great shifts are happening on a personal, collective, and galactic level. It is that you are moving into a new octave of energy, and with that, a remembering of the masters of who it is that you are and the times in which you have lived and dwelled in ancient civilizations, with the capacity to recognize discordant energy within your energetic field at any time that needed healing, and your ability to, with intent, bring your awareness to it and to clear it is something that has been lost. And so we are here, and we speak through this one and many around your globe to support you in the remembering of your capacity to heal, and a willingness to drop into the process of acceptance and of what would be the word trusting of your own body and your ability to heal and the miracles in it. And it is that when you bring gratitude and blessings, and you bless the parts of the body that are working, you expand the energy of that, very much like when you're wanting to manifest or create anything, and you're dropping into the vibration of gratitude and the creation of what already is. You expand that vibration by sending out waves of energy that are sharing information with the quantum field that is telling it that it is already so, and the gratitude for the fact that it is. And so when you drop into gratitude for the body, you are loving the body, and you're also working with what many of you call the body elemental, which is an energetic system that is in charge, in a sense, of all the mechanisms in the body, that works tirelessly to keep you breathing, for your heart to be beating, for your bladder to be emptying, for your digestive system to be digesting, for your spine to be erect, for your feet to be walking, for your eyes to be seeing, your ears to be hearing, your tongue to be tasting, your ability to swallow, and so on. And all of these countless and miraculous functions are occurring without your intention, without you having to think about it, without you having to tell yourself to breathe, or for your heart to beat, or your stomach to digest the juices, or to eliminate the food. It is doing it on its own. Now, how do you think it's happening? You're not plugged into anything. And so how's it working? Well, you're plugged into a life force energy, a source energy that is magnificent and omnipresent and all powerful. And it is that source energy, when you trust in it, when you turn to it, when you are grateful for it, when you give it a little appreciation, when you begin to honor it, it begins to turn up its volume and its capacity within the body to heal.